Do you like fantasy football and sports betting? Come join us here at the Parlay Fantasy Football Podcast, where hosts Matt, Shane, and Jason talk about fantasy players, lineups, and sports betting to help you compete and win championships. And of course, some extra cash. Let's jump right into the show.
Welcome back. Welcome back to another episode of the Parlay Fantasy Football Podcast. It's your boys, Matt and Jason tonight. Shane could not be a part of this show. He bought a new house and he is getting it prepped and ready to move in this weekend. I'm sure he wanted to be here to talk to Jason about the Chiefs matchup against Jason's Texans. We had a lot of, how would we say, Jason, how would we say this? Banter between you two? Over
if banter is the right word, then I guess you're putting a little PG.
It was interesting. I was kind of the middleman, just trying to keep things calm and collective, but I was not gonna lie, I was egging it on just a little bit as well. So, Jason, how are you doing tonight?
Hey, doing well. Shane is a weenie for not being able to be here to talk his shit, but at the same time, I'm here to take it like a man. But unfortunately, I guess he has other manly duties to get a hold of tonight.
Yeah, it's
we love you.
Yeah, we do. We love you, Shane. This is all just banter. At least your guys' teams made it. You know, my team lost early, so you know, gotta rep the team while I still can. But anyhow, guys, welcome back to the show. We're glad to be back. Again, Shane's obviously not going to be here tonight, but Jason and I are going to talk about the AFC and NFC Championships, the picks we like. I have some interesting things that I want to go over, and we'll see where that leads us. Per a lot of NFL analysts, a lot of NFL podcasters, a lot of stats and videos that have been thrown my direction over the last 4 or 5 days. So we'll get to that in just a second. But we would appreciate you guys if you would click the subscribe button on the old YouTube channel. If you are watching it on the video side, head over to Fantasy Six Pack on YouTube. Click the subscribe notification bell, thumbs up, click them all, so that way we can continue to bring you guys these podcasts. And head on over to fantasy6pack.net. Use promo code Parlay FF to get 15% off your all-access membership. And what does that bring you? It brings you a lot of stuff. It gives you full access to the website, lots of articles, lots and tons of knowledge in that. And it gives you access to the Discord channel. That is where the money is made. Tons of people over at the Discord channel, lots of information. You have questions, we got answers. You want bets, they over there. Anything you guys want to know is over on the Discord channel. So use promo code Parlay FF to get your all access membership today. One-time fee, and it covers everything. So head over there, do that. And if you guys just want to listen to the audio side, we are the Parlay Fantasy Football Podcast on Apple Podcasts and Spotify and anywhere that you want to listen to your podcast. Okay. I listen to a ton on my way to work every single day. So head over there, click the subscribe, follow, leave a 5-star review, guys. It really does help the show. We want to keep moving these train wheels north for you guys, so that way we can keep producing these shows. You know what I'm saying, Jason?
Yep, let's get it, baby.
Okay, so let's recap, Jason. Why don't you recap a little bit last week? We'll get into some picks, some talk, and that will conclude the show.
Yeah, so first off, you hit your college football bet last night with Ohio State covering versus Notre Dame. It got a little interesting there late, Matt. And I think everybody was worried about that, but I think we both can agree on, and everybody listening or watching, that I'm glad they at least tried to make it a game to make it a little bit more enjoyable. So
yeah, 100%.
Hey, hats off. It was a great college football season for you. And if you want his picks for next year, hop on it. He has been hot for the past 2 years. So jumping into the NFL, Matt, we didn't do as well last week as a group. I think it's one of the first times that we did not go over 500. Your boy went 1-3. You went 1-2-1. Shane went 2-2. Shane's lock was the only one that hit. Yours pushed, unfortunately, and mine did not hit, which brings the picks that we gave out to y'all, if y'all tuned in and rode with us, 4-7-1. So tough week.
Yeah,
It was interesting. The lines were pretty sharp, so hopefully we can make it up. Better weeks, better picks for y'all. So tune in, and we'll see what we can do for you.
That's right. And kind of to tee off there on Jason's comment about college, guys, it's been a blessing the last couple years. This year especially, to be able to be where I'm at as far as my record goes with college betting. Definitely the 2 best years I've had betting on college football. It's been awesome. I want to thank, first off, all the people out there, all the analysts out there that have given me good advice for what to look for, what to watch for. And then I just want to, give myself a kudos, being able to be fortunate enough to play college football helped a lot with the insight of really how things go, whether it's in the locker room, whether it's 2-a-days, whether it's at practice. So I've been very fortunate enough for that, but just to take it another step further, was definitely a blessing in the skies. I think overall, I don't have my stats pulled up in front of me, Jason, but I think overall I finished the season at like 107 and like 70 something, low 70.
Yeah, I have you at 100 wins and 68 losses without including any of the playoff or bowl games.
Okay, so yeah, that would have put me at 105 and 71. I think would have been my record overall. So definitely really cool. Again, blessed to be able to do this, blessed to be able to continue to do this. And obviously we want to thank Fantasy Six Pack for partnering with us, reaching out to us and finding what we had on the betting aspect of things. Very interesting. So glad to bring another dynamic to Fantasy Six Pack, but yet be able to keep our same brand as well. It's awesome. It's awesome. So, yeah, super excited. So let's go over picks this week. Let's get that out of the way, I guess.
Yeah.
Right.
Go ahead. And since Shane isn't here, I know his picks, but to keep this kind of in line for y'all, Matt is going to give them for y'all. So Matt, go ahead and start off with Shane's picks for the week. He is doing straight bets for the only 2. And if he wants to put out more picks, he said he will post them on his X, Twitter, or Sky.
Well, there you go. There you go. So obviously, guys, Shane's going to take Kansas City. He's going to take Kansas City Chiefs, right? They are right now sitting at -1.5. Is he taking the line there, Shane, or Jason, or is he taking just straight money?
Yeah, we're gonna take lines here.
Okay, so Shane's going to take the Kansas City Chiefs -1.5. Big homer pick for old Shano on this one. That no surprise, guys. Shocker. And then he is going to take the Philadelphia Eagles at -6.5, playing at home versus the Washington Commanders. Not really a big shocker either.
Yeah, no, not at all. We do not know his lock, but I can assure you, Matt, it's probably going to be the Chiefs this week.
Yeah.
And I would have to agree with him because my lock of the week is going to be the Kansas City Chiefs this week. I like them versus the Bills. I know last time they matched up in the regular season, the Bills did take that 30-21, if I'm correct. But playoffs, it's hard to go against. It's hard to go and bet against Mahomes. I like the number. I like the situation. I think they have the better team, hands down. When you look at quarterback, coach, skill position guys, Buffalo has to basically just be diverse with their offense in order to win this game. And it's hard to beat a team when you know the refs are going to be on their side throughout the game.
It is.
It's one of those things where you're not just beating the Chiefs, you're beating the refs as well. So betting against Chiefs, especially at Arrowhead, it's a hard thing to do. Give me the Chiefs to cover that 1.5 line. I even like it to 2 if it jumps up to there. So give me the Chiefs. That's my lock of the week. Next, I'm going Eagles -6. This game does not scare me like a lot of people think it might. I think Eagles, hands down, have the best team or best roster in the NFL from top to bottom that is the healthiest in the league. I know Jalen Hurts is a little beat up right now, but if we look at it, the first game of the season, the Eagles held Jaden Daniels down. I know he was still trying to work his way in and still get accustomed to the NFL and whatnot. To beat him 26-18. Last time they played, Jalen Hurts did get hurt, and the Commanders ended up coming back to win that game in a shootout. I think it's 36-33 or 33-30, something like that. Great game. Jaden Daniels caught fire, and he is on fire right now. I still want to say the only reason that they beat the Lions last week was because they were indoors and the Lions were so banged up. You're going to be in a whole different situation. It's going to be cold in Philly. You're going to be dealing with the weather, the atmosphere, and all that. A rookie quarterback has never been to the Super Bowl, let alone win it. So I don't see that happening. And if it does happen, kudos to him. It's not going to happen this year. I don't think it will. He is leading that team. He is one of the better quarterbacks. You could even say he's the top 5 quarterback in the league right now and make that argument for him. But I don't see it happening versus this Eagles team. Give me the Eagles. Lastly, I do like the over in the Bills-Chiefs game. I think it will be high scoring. I know the Chiefs play well versus the Bills, and that's their biggest part of their team is their defense and limiting possessions. I think they will do that well enough, but I do think the Bills will score. Give me the over at 47.5.
I like that. I do like those picks. That's super exciting. I'm going to go opposite of my 2 co-hosts. I really am. I'm taking a big risk here. I'm taking a chance, but the number one thing that I look at is when I watched the Commanders play last week against, in my opinion, arguably the best offense in the NFL. They put up points against the Commanders, no doubt about it. It was a very high-scoring game. It hit the over with ease, and I think it hit the over in the first half. It was
before the first half ended. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was absolutely incredible. The Lions were a team that I had high hopes to go to the Super Bowl this year, and obviously that's not going to happen. Jaden Daniels, in my opinion, even last week, is looking like the best quarterback in the playoffs. He is putting up numbers that we are not seeing from other quarterbacks in the playoffs with a Washington Commanders team. That's the key point. Now, they're going to go up against probably the best defense in the NFL. I know Jalen Hurts is banged up, and I think he is like truly banged up. I really think he is truly banged up in this matchup. Give me the Washington Commanders plus 6.5 right here on this spot. If Jaden Daniels can keep that team rolling. And here's the kicker, Jason. Here's the little caveat. Dan Quinn is a dude. He is an absolute dude. He has that team rolling. Jaden Daniels does not look like a rookie quarterback. He looks poised no matter the position he's in. He looks poised. He could be down by 14 to 21 points. He still looks poised. He's got no fear. If they can put together a solid game plan against this Eagles team, primarily now to slow down Saquon Barkley, like the Rams did in the first half, minus the one run he had. Saquon's going to get at least one, right? Washington can hang in there. This team looks pretty darn good. I like the way that the Commanders are playing football right now. In my opinion, the Eagles are getting a little banged up. Slay went down last week with a little injury. He came back, but went down. Jalen Hurts went down. Saquon got a little banged up. A.J. Brown and Devonta Smith are, two of the best receivers in the NFL, but they really have not been relevant due to the quarterback play of Jalen Hurts. I really am excited to see this Washington Commander team. Might come back but bite me in the butt, but I really like the way they're playing football right now. Plus, I want to go opposite of you guys just to make things interesting. Give me the Commanders plus 6.5. Next game. You guys are both on the Chiefs, boy. I'm going to go opposite again. Give me the Buffalo Bills plus 1.5 in this matchup. we were talking during the Chiefs game and the Texans or the Ravens and the Bills game, and Shane wanted to play the Bills because the Ravens scared him more. They don't scare me more. They don't scare me more. This Bills team was flying around. Now, I know they're playing in Arrowhead. Josh Allen put his boot cleat so far up the Ravens' booty hole, son, and showed them. Because the Ravens have a good defense. They have a good defense. And Josh Allen said, nah, give me this. You think you got Derrick Henry? Well, I'm Derrick Henry 2.0. Like, he proved a point in that matchup. That was an awesome game to watch between the Bills and the Ravens. Electric, high-flying. Mark Andrews, I don't know what happened to him, seemingly dead, dropping balls left and right, always sure-handed. But I'm telling you right now, with all the controversy going around this game, the Bills are going to have a chance. With all the controversy going around, the Kansas City Chiefs, everything like that, that stuff is not being ignored. You know as well as I do that the NFL is looking at some of this. And the Bills have a chance. They really have a chance. If Josh Allen can play good football and not get into his funk, the Bills have a chance. Because I'm not going to sit here and say that the Chiefs have the best offense in the world. Yeah, they have Patrick Mahomes. But no offense to your Texans, they just let Travis Kelce have the game of his fucking career. Excuse my French. Or of the year of his season. Mm-hmm. Like, the Chiefs have weapons. They have the weapons, right? They're good. The Bills' defense is not the best, right? And the Chiefs have a very good chance of winning this game because typically the Bills are going to bill against the Chiefs in Arrowhead in the playoffs. But this is my almost call out to Josh Allen. Can you finally make it happen in the playoffs? Can you finally make it happen in the playoffs? So I'm going to take the Bills in this matchup just to keep it fun, just to keep it spicy. This should be another really good matchup between Allen and Mahomes, just like it is every time they match up. Just to go against you guys, I'm going to take the Buffalo Bills in this matchup. But, Jason, I really do like the over. I think the over will hit in this matchup. So give me that as my other one as well. My lock of the week is actually going to be the over of this Bills Chiefs matchup, 47.5. Give me the over on that as my lock. Those are my picks.
Yeah, no, I like the over just because, like you said, it's a star-studded matchup. This is the game everybody wants to tune into to watch because it's two of the top quarterbacks in the league going head-to-head against one another. And everybody, I think, is rooting for the Bills and Josh Allen to make their way over that hill or mountain, whatever you want to say. But the villain is in the way of Patrick Mahomes, and he's done it before, and he's looking to do it again, and just a shit in the Bills Mafia ice cream.
Yeah. No, I mean, the chances of the Bills winning this game and the Bills, what we consider just like, Texine, like, I think the Bills could easily give this game away. This could be an easy giveaway game for the Bills, and the Chiefs just walk their way into the Super Bowl, right? But this is almost me taking the Bills here is almost a call out. Like, can Josh Allen finally get it done? Can he finally break through?
Can somebody do it?
Can somebody do it and finally break through? And I don't know. I think there's a chance. I mean, the Bills they're not a bad team. Like they are put together. Their defense is getting better. Ever since getting Milano back and Taron Johnson back, they look better. They really do look better. Greg Rousseau is playing out of his mind right now. So can they put the noise aside and just play ball? That's almost the call out for me. Can they just play ball? Because when they play ball, they're a good team. So that's my call out.
I just hope it doesn't come down to penalties like it did, of course, in the divisional round. Not just talking about the Texans game. There was outrageous penalties all over the divisional round that happened last week to where you sometimes just like squint at and just get cringy over. So hopefully it doesn't turn into one of those games, but I mean, you never know right now.
Yeah, okay, so let's get into that next topic for a few minutes here. So I was going back because after you were, during the folks. When I say that Jason was really pissed off during the Texans game, that's an understatement. The mass amount of texts we were getting and the language along with those texts, you knew Jason was hot. Like, you knew he was pissed off. So I went back, Jason, and I looked at some of the replays, obviously in slow motion versus the Texans Chiefs. And then as the weekend progressed and the other games were going on, there was some stuff that made my eyebrows go up on stuff that was not getting called. So I wish Shane was here to kind of put his 2 cents in on it as well, because now, granted, Jason's a Texans fan, Shane's a Chiefs fan, so they got the calls right in Shane's mind. Jason, they got the calls wrong in Jason's mind. This is coming from an unbiased person who does not care about the Chiefs or the Texans. No offense, guys. I'm a Steelers fan, right? My other team I cheer for is the Green Bay Packers. So coming from my side of the story here, I went and listened to the Rich Eisen show, a very respected analyst, host, all the above. I listened to an interview that Troy Aikman had. I listened to a lot of people that know the game of football, basically, and some other podcasters. And this dude put together this slow motion montage of all the quarterbacks and the big hits they took in last round of the playoffs. Patrick Mahomes' hits were not penalties. They should not have been. Now, to give, because, in a fast motion, they look like penalties, right? But in slow motion, not penalties. To watch Jared Goff take a crown of the helmet straight to the jawline in the face mask, not get called. They showed a clip of Jalen Hurts 1.5 feet on the out of bounds line and got drugged down. Not a penalty. Lamar Jackson out of bounds, getting blasted, not a penalty. And Jaden Daniels rushing out of bounds, foot out of bounds. And mind you, all these guys have their feet out of bounds and no penalty. And then to see Patrick Mahomes go to the out of bounds and then slow down, did not step out of bounds and got pushed, but flew like he, got blasted, and they call a penalty.
They didn't call a penalty on that. He did LeBron James flop on that.
Oh, yeah, that one he called a penalty. It was the helmet to helmet that the two defenders hit.
Yeah.
Patrick Mahomes, that was the my big thing is number one, the refs, the NFL needs to go back and be able to do replays on this. They need to be able to go and review these penalties or not penalties. Is it Mahomes just playing the game right? I think a part of it is him strategizing and him
manipulating the game and manipulating the calls for himself, which, hey, hats off. That's what basketball is for. We don't play basketball.
But if you're going to get the calls, then why not? Right?
Exactly. Mm-hmm.
Between him and Josh Allen, those two are the two most quarterbacks that I see essentially, I guess you could say, whine to the refs.
We're going to see the LeBron James flop off this week.
But the crazy part is, to me, is you got Jalen Hurts, Jaden Daniels, Jared Goff, Lamar Jackson. None of them looked back at the ref and whined. They all went back to the huddle to play ball. Right? There needs to be some aspect of the refs being able to review these, because at some point it does take football away from football. Does that make sense?
Yeah, and I agree with you. I kind of disagreed that they should be able to review all these. I think they should only be able to review these in the playoffs, in my opinion. I think they should have an eye in the sky for every game in the playoffs. The regular season, I know it does matter, and I know you're able to do it, but if, just have eyes in the sky if it's outrageous. Real quick, Matt, the first one, the Will Anderson hit up high. Eye test, I thought it was a personal foul, and I got upset when I watched it in real time that, okay, that's tic-tac, whatever, it's Mahomes. Replay, that's what pissed me off the most.
Yeah, not a penalty.
I was like, what the hell? What the hell is that? But it passed the eye test where it does look like a penalty. The second one where he slid, was running around and whatnot. Get the fuck out of here. Honestly,
get the freak out of here.
Sorry. Yeah, I'm sorry, listener. But at the same time, when you're running around as a runner past the line of scrimmage and then you just slide last second, it's like the discussion we had with the T-Law thing. And if you only give a defender not even half a second to brace himself or to react to that, you can't really give him credit on getting hit like that. And the flopping next to the sideline, Shane can agree with me on this. That's got to stop.
Yeah, no, it is something like I'm not trying to like bash on Chiefs fans and Patrick Mahomes.
Oh no, no, not at all. It's just it's the flopping aspect.
Right. And it reminds me a lot of another quarterback who was super successful, won a ton of Super Bowls, Tom Brady, right?
Yes, sir.
There is an aspect of this to the game that goes in their favor. Like they are doing this isn't something that they're doing this as a strategy. This is a strategy in their mind. Right. And it's helping their team. Like it is legit helping their team. So why stop it if you can get away with it? It's not cheating. It's not any of that stuff. It's a strategy. They are doing it as a strategy. So if teams are going to continue pushing the boundaries, he's going to continue to do it.
And the NFL has even said, somebody looked up the rule for this. If it looks like a penalty for roughing the passer, they tell the refs to throw it. Mm-hmm. If it looks like it, throw it. Yeah, because they want to caution on the safe side, and all 32 NFL owners agreed on that.
Yeah, I mean,
I get that aspect of it.
Do it if it's gonna help your team out. If it's something you strategize, then do it. What the thing that makes me the most angry about it is if it works for the Chiefs, it works for the Chiefs. My hey, caps off to you, okay. But the thing that does make me mad is the actual penalties that don't get called.
Yep.
I mean, I gave you 4 other quarterbacks that legitimately got roughed. Like legitimately got roughed. If one of those guys would have been Patrick Mahomes, that flag would have been out of that pocket before he even hit the ground.
Second-degree murder charges.
Bro, defender would have gotten ejected. Like if you're going to do it for one, then actually throw the penalties for the guys who are getting roughed.
Yeah.
Like you want to keep everybody safe, you've got to be consistent along the front. And it just kind of blew my mind, because again, I don't care. Like if it's working for the Chiefs, it's working for the Chiefs. Whatever. Again, caps off to you. You're finding a way to win games, you're finding a way to advance. That's part of the game. That's what you want to do. But there needs to be something. Like Rich Eisen said it perfect, and that dude keeps it real. He keeps it real. Pat McAfee keeps it real. And they both are like, bro, we need to be able to review these plays. Let's keep it 100. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Keep it honest. That's the big thing.
And it just sucks that it happens in big time situations like that. And I'm going to put this on record. Went back, watched the game. Those penalties wouldn't have won us the game even if they weren't called. We still had the worst special teams in the NFL that week. And if you don't have good special teams or you aren't good in all 3 aspects of the game and you only score 1 touchdown on offense, you're going to win a football game versus the Chiefs. You got to go out there and beat them. It did cost us points, in my opinion, but those points wouldn't have mattered and we would have still lost. We would have covered. Here's
a comment from Jamie here. Mm-hmm. They need to replace the refs with those Tesla bots. That's dope. That's dope,
Jamie.
Hey, Jamie, by the way, thanks for tuning in every week to us, bub. It's awesome to see you on here. I see you're asking a ton of questions or some questions, and we can actually get to a couple of those. Actually, before we wrap the show up, guys, we've got like I don't know 6 to 10 minutes left. Jamie did ask. I like this line, Jason. Let me show this to you. For the Bills tight ends, Chiefs are allowing 69.78 yards to tight ends per game. And Jamie asks, Kincaid's line is at 34.5. I think they're going to need him this week. So I like the over of this. What do you think? He had some really decent stuff last week. I think he dropped a ball or
Yeah, it's interesting with the Bills offense because it's kind of hit or miss on who they go and who they target because they basically spread the ball around the entire time. I like taking advantage of the Chiefs linebackers covering, so I do like that matchup and whatnot. I like them to get in the end zone for being
Ooh,
honest.
you like an anytime tutty? And then would you
Yeah,
roll the dice on
honestly,
that?
I think he might catch two balls and get over that line because Allen is going to have to make some plays. We haven't seen Allen be Superman yet. I think we will have to see Allen be Superman this game.
Yeah, here's what Jamie said too. 40 plus
Yeah, give it to me.
odds
I
at
would take that in a
plus
heartbeat.
115. Yeah.
Yeah,
I think
because they've shown that they can't really cover tight ends.
yeah, it's I think it could be a big week for finally for Dalton Kincaid. And when I say big week, I think he can get over 40 yards receiving.
The only thing that scares me on that is Dawson Knox.
Yeah,
Is he going to just get some of those touches because they do spread the ball around? But I think both of them will be pivotal.
Yeah, and I actually don't mind if you want to take a gamble because the odds have got to be gigantic.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even mind throwing an anytime tutty down on Dawson Knox, to be straight up honest with you.
Kincaid at plus 360. I like that. Jamie, I like that.
Yeah, I do like that too. What's Dawson Knox at? Let me look at this. Dawson Knox anytime tutty is
plus 5, 6.
No, it's plus freaking 7.
Yeah.
Plus 700. Hey, I wouldn't mind rolling the dice on like throwing $1 or something at it.
Yeah.
See, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I get you.
Man, yeah, that's crazy. What else you got, Jay? If you parlay the TD and 40 plus, it's plus 550. It's plus 550. Jamie, roll the dice.
Board.
Yeah,
Jamie's parlay of the week.
Yeah, Jamie, this is going to be your parlay of the week for our podcast here at the Parlay Fantasy Football Podcast. Parlay Dalton Kincaid, anytime tutty, and hit the receiving line over 40 plus, and you get a plus 550. That's actually not terrible. Like that's not bad at all. Like I
like it honestly.
Matter of fact, Jamie, guess what? I'm gonna roll a dice. Let me get this pulled up here. I'm gonna roll the dice for you as well, and I'm gonna sprinkle a little bit on it myself here.
Let's get it, boys.
I'm gonna do it too. And once I get it, Jason, why don't you talk for a couple seconds so I can get this bet in? And I'm gonna show you guys that I just laid this bet down.
Yeah, no, hey, this is gonna be one of the more interesting matchups, especially since me and you both like the over of this game, Matt. We like multiple touchdowns in this game. It's just who's going to be the other guys for the Bills that get in the end zone, because I think Allen does one with his legs. Who are going to be the other two guys that get in? Let's ride, Jamie. Let's ride.
Yeah. Who do you think? Who else is going to get in?
I don't know. Well, we like the over, so we like multiple guys to get in the end zone. I don't think Josh Allen scores all of them by himself. It's just hard to pick a running back in that backfield to get in the end zone because you don't know which one is going to show up at the goal line. Because Ray Davis gets in, Cooks gets in, shoot, even Ty Johnson gets in sometimes.
I like I'm not sure. I don't know how much I like the running backs this week. I just want to pull this out here so you guys can see. Jamie, I did the same thing as you. I put $3 down on it. Dalton Kincaid. Can you see that?
Yeah.
Dalton Kincaid, anytime tutty, 40 plus yards, $3 on a plus 550 bet. Bingo, what's his name-o?
The Jamie parlay of the week. We need it for the divisional round.
We're
due for a parlay.
Make sure that y'all understand that. That's Jamie's parlay here now. Would it be better to add Chiefs money line, or is that risky?
Too risky right there.
Ooh, odds going to plus 1,200. It's so spicy though. But yeah, I agree.
Too risky. Keep it there with the two legs. Let's run it.
Yeah, plus 550 is perfect, man. And $3 to win 19. Why not, dude? You're coming up on top. Like, it is what it is.
Don't be greedy now.
Yeah. Don't get too greedy with these, like, with the games this weekend. Like, do some little bets unless you're like super confident. Like, these two matchups here, man. Like, I'm not 1,000%. Jamie I put $1 on the plus 1,200. It's hard to be confident with these two games just because the NFL is so unpredictable. Like, I would be confident on putting some player props down on Jaden Daniels. I'd be pretty confident in that, hitting a plus money rushing total and maybe 200 yards through the air. Parlay that together, because that's very doable, right? Terry McLaurin is balling out, my brother.
Yeah, but do your research, y'all. As we always say, gamble responsibly.
Yes.
Look into these lines and whatnot. We are giving you the picks that we like and research. But if you like other things, do your thing, research, and gamble responsibly always.
For sure. All right, Jason. Let's wrap this episode up, guys. We went through our AFC and NFC Championship matchups, talked about who we like, who we don't like, some things that we hope the NFL can look at down the line here. Jamie's been active on here. We appreciate you being on here, Jamie. We're going to hop off here. But remember, guys, head on over to Apple Podcasts, Spotify. Check out the Parlay Fantasy Football Podcast. Click that subscribe, follow. Leave 5-star review, guys. It really does help out the show. We hope we get some more comments, some more things from our listeners, our subscribers. We want you guys to be more involved with us because it's just a lot more fun. Like Jamie up in here posting all these comments. Like it's way more fun for us to be able to answer questions for you guys when it's active and live like this. So head on over there, do that. Head over to Fantasy Six Pack YouTube channel and click that subscribe, that follow button. Really does help out the show. Last note here, Jamie, just a side note, the gambling helpline is no help at all. I called them to help with a parlay and they hung up on me. Classic. Hey, at least you're doing your part in realizing that you got to get some help.
Dog.
Wow, Jamie, it's been a blast having you in here, bud. Fantasy6pack.net, become an all access member, use promo code Parlay FF. Yeah, guys, we just appreciate y'all being in here. So, Jason, that being said, brother, you know what to do.
Hey, thank you, guys. Appreciate you, Jamie. Gamble responsibly. We look forward to next week so we can go over our Super Bowl picks.
Yes, sir. And until next episode, we love you all to the moon and back. Peace out.